West Los Angeles, California. We've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. We are just about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. On the return is Xavier Gibson. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage. Kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now Hall to start the drive. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. Little lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Herbert back to the air. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On play action, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
A handoff for Hall. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around. They'll go again with Hall. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. An audible here to get a new look. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. No score after one on EA Sports. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Hall. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal at the 1. They'll run with Hall. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. And Wilson in motion left. There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Shows his strength at the 50. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Second and 5.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Allen. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Jets 14, Chargers 0.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. To the air again, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Dobbins once more, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 4th down, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll run here with Hall. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Oh, it looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be... Down. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. There was Will McDonald bursting in there and making that play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This will be caught just inside the 10. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. They snap it to Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 15.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Elijah Molden up to make the stop. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Straight ahead is home. And a solid run down inside the 30. 72 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Paul again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense. I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. They'll roll him out right. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Charger drive about to get going. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain. Herbert now. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter. And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Palmer, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Hall again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Pass complete, it's Adams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. To throw is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Rodgers to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They come up now on 2nd and 2. They'll give to Hall. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I know they get a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. They'll run with Hall. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
There it is, 4th and inches. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A give running right is Hall. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 coming up.
One final try now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again? If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.